We are now over the western part of the Isengard mountain range. Estimated arrival in Heimdall is 1410.
Maintain current course and speed. Once we reach Ulster, adjust course to run parallel to the railroad.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You have my thanks, Your Grace. Your assistance this past week has been invaluable.
Think nothing of it. This is the Crimson Wing's job, after all. I've no doubt your first bout of field exercises in Northumbria saw you even busier than I. It is I who should be thanking you for your hard work.
To be honest, I'm having a difficult time deciding how to proceed as a teacher.
Perhaps that is a sign of General Craig's influence. I would advise you to follow your own convictions for the time being. That way, you may...
Ah, instructor. There you are.
Cadet Arner.
Greetings, my lord.
Seeing it up close, the Courageous is truly amazing. And though it was barely used during the Civil War, its main cannon is certainly impressive as well. Perhaps we should consider deploying a number of cruisers to match our fleet of battleships.
Cadet.
It is true that during an emergency, such power may prove beneficial. Learning when to use one's power and when to refrain is an important lesson. If that is the lesson your field exercises have taught you, then I'd say it is safe to declare them a success.
Yes, of course. My thanks, Captain Arcade. I look forward to seeing you again. I wish you luck patrolling the summer festival alongside my older brother.
Damn it! How many times have they slipped away like that now? There's no end to it!
We need help from the Intelligence Division or the RMP.
Man, it'd be nice if all we had to deal with are those half-wits. But we can't afford to let our guard down. Spread out and lay low until the appointed time. Be sure you've got your Ramdas ready to use.
Roger. Recommencing mission. Red flowers?
I don't think so. There's no end to them. The eyes which served as the vessel for the bringer of miracles. But when the flame consumed the mirage, the fairy tale became that of the Empire. So as a professional, how do you intend to intervene?
Oh, was I that obvious? To be perfectly honest, I'm having a bit of trouble finding a lead. I was hoping we could work together as friends and colleagues and have ourselves a little information exchange. I could even help you bury the hatchet with the elder of your clan, perhaps?
That's right. You have an agreement with her, don't you? Well, I'll consider your offer. However, I ask that you play nice from now on, Mr. Former History Instructor. Or should I say, Second Dominion Thomas Lysander the Partitioner. I would not have expected that Olivert would be missing the party like this.
It is unfortunate, yet understandable, given the current situation. With the Crimson Wings safeguarding Heimdall's skies, I'm sure the citizens will feel at ease.
Yes, but I can't help but feel bad for him. I wonder if he's been upset over Cedric's actions of late.
Olivert isn't the type to let that get to him. You should know this as well as I.
No, you're right. He was only a young boy when he lost his mother and was adopted into the Imperial family. I would have understood if he hadn't accepted me, given his early life. But he gladly welcomed me as his stepmother and was truly happy when Alphen and Cedric were born.
Yes, that is the virtue he possesses. It's easy to believe he has friends not simply across Erebonia, but the entire continent.
Yes. However, recently, even though Cedric once looked up to his older brother, he...
Pardon me, Your Majesty. Chancellor Osborne would like an audience.
Very well. Send him in.
My apologies for interrupting, my liege. You as well, Lady Priscilla.
No. It's quite all right. I shall excuse myself now.
She seems to have some worries about the prince.
It is to be expected, so long as she sees things differently from you.
Understood.
In any event, it seems things are beginning to line up with what was written in the records.
Yes, though we set the timing for the Civil War ourselves. By this point, however, the ending is all but decided. But are you certain this is all right? Leaving everything in my hands?
As I told you 14 years ago, if there truly is no other way to avoid this end, then I shall leave it all to you. It may place a great burden on my sons, but could not the same be said of you?
Yes, my liege.
Chapter 4, Radiant Heimdall. Alright, we're finally in Chapter 4. Fourth of July? Excellent. With July, summer was in full swing in leaves. However, with Thor's move back toward being a traditional military academy, no summer uniforms were given out. Students at both the main branch and campuses were only allowed to remove their inner lining from their normal uniforms. As students across both campuses were wilting under the sun's harsh rays, a certain event was about to take place that would bring them all together. Up till now, we've covered an overview of the time period from the Great Collapse to the modern era. But starting this week, we'll be taking a more in-depth look at a certain key individuals. We'll start with Drykos Ryze Arner, father of the Imperial Renaissance. 250 years ago, he brought the War of the Lions to a close, ushering us into a modern era. Though he was born as the third prince of Emperor Valius V, he was born out of wedlock and ended up abdicating his status and wandering the Empire. He found himself at the edge of the Empire, the Nord Highlands. There, he was welcomed by the nomadic tribes and spent a few years with them. Meanwhile, the Empire's mainland had been plunged into a bloody civil war. Originally, he had no interest in the throne, but once he saw the toll of the war was taking on his country, he decided to put an end to it. He started with only 17 followers, 16 Nord warriors who decided to join him, and his confidant, the Knight Roland. Half a year later, through Prince Drykos, though Prince Drykos would have a fateful encounter in the southeast of the Empire Legram. The daughter of a count and leader of the Eisenritter, Leanne Sandlot, the hero otherwise known as the Lance Maiden.
I have a question. Was that person you and the other instructors fought the real Saint Leanne?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. Saint Leanne is a legendary knight. There's no way it was actually her, but I heard the fight was intense. Well, instructor?
Without a doubt. She was tremendously strong, and that aura of hers certainly seemed real. But it's possible one of Ouroboros' members is just posing as her. Let's put that aside for now, though.
Don't be stingy!
By the way, 254 years ago today, on July 4th, the War of the Lions came to an end. Now keep in mind the test will cover the events from just before to just after the War of the Lions, so make sure to review that time period thoroughly. I like how everyone's heads went down and took notes. I hate to admit it, but he really is good at teaching. Well, to be fair, he himself was a student just last year. I heard his grades were pretty high too. He looks great in glasses too. Never change, Muse. Never change. Anyway, our 4 days of midterms will begin tomorrow. Journal studies, military science, arts, information processing, combat technique. There'll be a lot to cover, so good luck. Oh, you rattled those all off like it would be easy. No way all that is going to be easy. I suppose we'll simply have to trust in everything we've learned thus far. By the by, a little birdie told me the content of our exams and the schedule will match that of the main campus. I wonder, will our grades be posted alongside theirs? That's right, both individual scores and class averages will be posted at both campuses. So it should be worth your time to study, wouldn't you agree? It's so blatant. So you're gonna make us compete? And our little crown prince is gonna be handed first place on a silver platter, yeah? I can totally see that happening. No, that won't happen. In the past, stores were split up into nobles and commoners, but grading has always been done fairly. The instructors I know at the main campus wouldn't let grades be tampered with like that. So at the very least, the exams will be a level playing field. Huh, if you say so. There will also be a little reward waiting for you guys once the exams are over. You'll have a free day this weekend to look forward to, so give the exams your all. I'll be giving the exams for Erebonian history and combat techniques, so please ask me anything you're confused about before tomorrow. Man, if you think about it, we had about almost 20 minutes worth of cutscenes. That's what I love about this game, man. It's just hitting us with like movie scene after movie scene. All preparations for the exams have been completed. Grades will be posted alongside the main campus, but I don't expect there to be problems. Our curriculum should be in sync thanks to the Orbital Net. It's good that we're able to work with the main campus instructors to come up with exam questions. All that's left is for the students themselves to show us what they've got. Jaeger Corps have been confirmed retreating from the Empire since last month's field exercises, and according to the Intelligence Division, it would appear the Society has withdrawn as well. I see. Well, if that's true, it's great news, but maybe we can stop being fully clenched all the time now? We cannot let our guards down completely, but for the time being, we can at least allow them to just be students. Take care not to disclose any information regarding exam questions, but feel free to clarify any questions the students have. Be a simple guiding hand to their studies. Looks like big, bad Mr. Michael has really toned it down. He always has been very serious and responsible, but it seems like he's been thinking with the students in mind recently. Let's do our best to be as much help to the students as we can today. Right, we've still got some time before the school closes for the day. Well then, let's split up, gang. The exams will be held over the next 4 days, and then this Sunday is a free day. The location for our next field exercises will be announced too, so it's going to be a busy few days. Looks like everyone's working together to brush up on their weak subjects. Guess I'll make my rounds and talk to any students who look like they're having a tough time. That aside, Ouroboros in the Black Workshop. I wonder if the principal and the professor know anything about them. Alright, free day time. Talk to specific characters, trigger study events. The main story will progress after you've seen all the key events and used up all your studying points. Back to bonding. Hold on, let's check my messages. Thank you from Elisa. You know. How to put this without sounding silly? Thank you for such a nice present. It's such a beautiful and elegant design that I didn't even realize it was pinky ring at first. I thought it was an engagement ring, which would have been fine by me, really. Just kidding. Duh. If it was an engagement ring, do you honestly think he would send it by orbital mail and not, you know, do the proposal in person? This is Rean we're talking about, for crying out loud. He does all the dramatic theatrics, I mean. Thanks a ton, Rean. I'll be sure to show it off on a special occasion. Damn, she really threw me for a second. Ah, whatever. I'm just glad she likes it. Oh wait, I read it, Lisa. Nah, my bad. Okay. Sharon. What a bold boy you are. Something a woman perfume, Master Rean. My, are you ever bold. And I happen to love the smell of roses. I'll be certain to wear this the next time I see you. I will, of course, be keeping this a secret from Lady Elisa, as should you. It was a present. Maybe I pushed it if it's a gift we have to keep secret. Well, she clearly likes it. That's all that matters. Makias. It works great. I used the antique coffee grinder you sent me right away. In a word, it's incredible. There's this age-profound flavor I've gotten with it. It's like I've been sent back in time. A cup in the morning with it, and I'm good to work for the rest of the day. Come visit the Ost district? Is that what it's pronounced? Is that how it's pronounced? When I'm home, and I'll brew you a cup. Ha! I knew a coffee connoisseur like him would appreciate it. I'm already looking forward to that cup. And we got Elise. Thanks to you. I tried the pure white soap you sent me, as the results were wonderful. Using it makes me feel as moisturized as when I bathe in the hot springs at home. I'd let you see for yourself if I could. Perhaps I have enough set aside for our next hot springs visit. Not so sure about that. We're old enough that we shouldn't really be bathing together anymore. It's nice that she's already making use of the soap at least. And Alphin. It tasted divine. The Eastern tea you sent me was just delicious, Rean. I did have a difficult time bringing it out its true presence. Eastern and Western teas are prepared very differently, I've come to learn. I think you would much be better at it. I'd love it if you could teach me your ways. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that when I gave it to her. I like the idea of teaching her how to prepare it though. She's what the f- this guy scared me. Yo, Mike, you can just like go around, you know? God. Scared the crap out of me with that. What's this? Creating clean water during a disaster. 1. Prepare container. Pack bottom with cloth. Pack charcoal and sand and pebbles in that order. Pour water from above and wait. This is like something they teach actual soldiers on the front lines. I have to make sure everyone memorizes this. No, that was important then. I didn't realize. Okay, well, first and foremost, let me save because we just happened to see a 20-minute cutscene that we didn't really need to see. I mean, we did, but I felt like it was a little bit too long. But who am I to complain, right? Alright, who else do I need to speak to right now? Oh. Is that... What's that say? About Le Guin. There we are. Oh, Principal Le Guin, you wear glasses? It's a little surprising. Well, actually, for some reason my vision is unusually keen. I can see everything in excruciating detail, from up close to a great distance away. Sometimes I find myself getting annoyed by specks of dust floating in the air. So to combat this issue, I commissioned these glasses to suppress my vision. That's somehow not surprising at all. All that's left to do for the exams tomorrow is to lead them to the students. Is there something you'd like to ask me about Ouroboros, perhaps? Yeah, so you knew. What are your thoughts about the report about the Jaegers and Ouroboros have pulled out of Erebonia? I'd certainly recommend taking it with a grain of salt. The Ions, the Black Workshop... There are far too many unseen forces at work here. Yeah, I agree. Regarding the Maiden, we've reached an answer of sorts. For better or worse. Huh? She definitely called upon her full power when fighting the two of us. But what if there was something more to her? Something beyond the powers of a human? She's out of the picture for good, then that's fine. Otherwise, we need to be ready for her. And by we, I mean all of you. Understood. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Oh, cool. That's if she joins us, though. Get those glasses. Alright, what do we have going on right now? Vivi Rosine. Hold on a second. Ah, right, we can bond now, right? Who do I want to bond with? I think I'll bond with Yuna. School floor. Okay, boom. Alright, where are you hiding? No. Are you following me, dude? I just saw him in the other room. The other building. Alright. Why is all this Empire history stuff so tricky for me? Do you get any of this, Leo? I can help you with the crossbow stuff. I'm all set when it comes to stuff about the ocean, but anything else and I'm a lost case. I get that it's important to know history so you can learn from it, but do we really gotta memorize all these names and dates? Ugh, I feel like my head's about to explode. Seems like they're cramming for their history exams. They're pretty focused. Maybe I can help them out a bit. Hey, Yuna, Leonora. Sounds like you two might be having some trouble. Instructor Reen. Well, you're kind of at the root of all our problems right now. I guess that's one way to put it. As my way of apologizing, how about I help you study? For real? Oh man, that'd be great. This part we covered in the class just recently. The War of the Lions began in 947. Can you name the 3 events that directly led to it? Let's see. The War of the Lions was a battle over succession, so the first reason was the death of Emperor Valius V. Yeah, that's exactly right. The next is the assassination of Prince Manfred, right? He was supposed to be emperor. But isn't it just those 2 things? Well, to be fair, the third reason's a little tricky, but it's also the most direct cause of the war. All the remaining princes trying to claim the throne at once. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I get it. The first one to try to seize the throne was the 4th Prince Othros. Then it was 2 years after the war began that Prince Drykos raised an army to put an end to it. When you explain it in steps like that, it's easier to understand. Yeah, there's a lot to remember, but I feel like it's better organized in my head now. Glad I can help. No matter how the question is actually written, as long as you understand the sequence of events, you should be able to answer. I hate to admit it, but he's kind of reliable. Why don't you just appreciate him for what he is? I hope I was able to help you guys even a little. Oh, and while I'm here, let me go over the different battlefields with you. After that, Reen continued to explain various points of the War of the Lions in a simple and accessible way. Your bond with Yuna strengthened. Oh my god, that's so little! Alright, well, I think my next person I'm gonna bond... Yo, dude, are you just like pacing back and forth? Alright, next person... I will bond with Kurt, I believe. Alright. Alright, where's my boy hiding? Over here? There he is. Looks like you two are reviewing political ethics. Could not read for a minute. Indeed, unlike other subjects, this one incorporates current events, so we thought we could study by reviewing said events. Unfortunately, all of these new terms are rather confusing. I've just spent the whole time asking Kurt questions. Sorry for keeping you from your own studying. Not at all. Explaining these concepts to you is an excellent method of review for me, so please don't worry yourself. You really are a great guy. Kurt seems to be doing fine, but I might still be able to help out here. Should I help these two study? Yes. Is it alright if I join you guys? I'd like to try out a quick economics quiz on you two. I see. Sounds interesting. Sure, alright. Alright, let's start with you, Kurt. What is it called when the market as a whole is down but one stock is high? I believe that's isolated gain. Good job, that's correct. Your turn, Wayne. What is it called when the market rises and falls drastically in a short time period? Violent waves? Ooh, almost there, but not quite. The term is violent fluctuations, correct? Exactly. I see. Next question. Either of you can answer this. What is the term for financial gain generated through ownership of an asset? Did that question stump even you, Kurt? I've narrowed it down to 2 candidates. Do you happen to know the answer, Wayne? I'm not completely sure, but a term popped into my head. Is it capital gain? Capital gain is generated by selling assets such as stocks for more than you bought them for. Mixing these two up is a pretty common mistake. In that case, is it income gain, perhaps? Exactly. That was a tough one, but you got it. No, it was simply process of elimination this time. Even so, good job, Kurt. You're both from Heimdall, but you're so much better at this than me. Oh, you're from the capital too, Wayne? Yeah, though technically there was a short bit when I was elsewhere. But anyway, I'm thankful Kurt's here. I pale in comparison to you, whether in studies or practical skills. But someday, I'll definitely catch up to you. I'm flattered to hear you say so. However, I will continue to hone my skills as well. They've got quite the spirited relationship. After that, a few more quiz questions were given out to help Kurt and Wayne study. Nice. Oh. Why is it always so little? I think it'd be a little bit more. Alright, where am I going? Can we switch? Alright, sure. Nope, I guess we'll talk to Toa. Where is she hiding? Alright, I'm assuming we got... Is that class 8? And this one is what, class 9? Yeah, okay, we'll check this out first, and there she is. Are you helping these two study, Toa? Yep, sure am. These two were both a little worried about questions on politics, not to mention all the recent changes in the political landscape. The dissolution of the House of Representatives and the House of Peers, the establishment of the Central Diet, and the 8 Metropolis Plan. It all sounds like some foreign language. I feel your pain. If you have the time, would you mind helping us out, Reen? There's only so much I can cover on my own. Yeah, sure thing. Reen helped Toa give the students advice on political ethics. Hell yeah. What? Alright, let's talk to each of these people. Hold on. I planted the seedlings that you gave me during the field exercises. I was able to harvest them, so let me share with you. Flaky potato. Oh, these look good. Thank you, this is really helpful. You're welcome. What about you, Maya? I want to finish my test and drink some tea. And, of course, eat some confectionaries. Don't we all? Alright, I think now we can go to class 8. Speak to everyone here. There's a lot of green stars here anyway. Oh, Instructor Reen. You all studying for the test together? Yes, we're going over things subject by subject and teaching each other the ones we know best. My specialty is the medical field. Leave survival skills to me. And finally, I'm in charge of physics. Sounds like you guys got a good system going on here. Well, if that was everything on the exams, then yes, but we're having some trouble with history. Well, guess that's where I come in. Here, let me take a look. Yeah, thank you. I guess it never hurts to ask. Thanks for your help. We can give the students some advice on history. Getting that AP up. Getting that AP up. Alright, let me speak to everyone here. I can't seem to concentrate today. Club's off for the day, but maybe I'll head over to the art room later. Phew, using the old noggin really burns up carbs. Oh, I know. Why don't I treat everyone to some bee larva rice later tonight? Nah, I'm good. It's really interesting how everyone has their own specialties. Even their weapons show off how unique they really are. Alright. There's another couple of stars over here, so... What's this called? Terminal room? Terminal. Are you two studying orbital technology? For now, yes. I'm going to teach Tita about military science, and she's teaching me about ordnance. I see. Well, it doesn't sound like there's much I can help with here. Actually, regarding the usage of orbital AEDs, if you don't mind, could we get a brief overview? I had some questions about its use outside of just basic operation. Oh yeah, I was curious about that too. Well, that I can help with. Leave it to me. Hey, thank you. My thanks. Rin gave advice on using technology in combat situations. Getting that AP like nothing. Do I still have bonding points? I think I do. I think I do. If that's the case, then I could... I'm going to go to the cafeteria. I'm going to bond with Muse. Hold on. How close am I to the cafeteria? Because I don't think there's a thingy here. Hold on. Oh, I can just go here. Alright, what do they have at the student store since I'm here already? Alright, Daisy, what's up? Remember our little promise? The one made for after the midterms were over? Oof, can't believe I almost forgot about the good session of the juice. Mind handling the particulars while I work out the schedule? Certainly. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Check out limited items.
Alright there.
Okay. All seem pretty good. I'm gonna... Alright, we'll take it easy on that for now.
Catch you later. Give a shout and I'll get you what you need.
Mishi. I'll come back for this later. I just wanted to see if I
Catch
could
you
in the
later.
store. Alright, the cafeteria is over yonder. Alright, if I go here. If I cut through here. Go through here. I can't go through there. I go through here. Yes. And then I go in here. That's the main building. Wait, did I miss it? Oh my god, I missed it. I see the cafeteria. I was right next to it. There we go. Dummy. Alright, let's talk to Muse. Are you two studying physics? Looks like you're making good progress. Well, actually, we're having a hard time concentrating, but I'm sure that if you helped us, we could make even more progress. I almost thought you were being serious there for a second. Muse never changes. They both get good grades, so I shouldn't have to worry about them, but that's still no reason for me not to help out. Well, if it won't distract you, I can help. Then it's decided. Thank you. Judging from your notes, you probably don't even need my help. Though, Tatiana, you may have made a few careless mistakes. Sorry. I wasn't criticizing you. We're both still having some trouble with one of the more recent concepts, the variables that affect trajectory. Rotation and air resistance cause trajectories to deviate. Instructor Michael is already teaching you that, huh? Yes, but we're having a hard time grasping it, especially the precession effect. Would you be able to teach us about it? That's actually hard for me too. When a rotating object, in this case a bullet, is hit with an external force such as air resistance, its trajectory will deviate. A bullet rotating to the right will sway right, and a bullet rotating to the left will sway left. At the very least, just remember that. To be honest, that's the extent of my knowledge on the subject. I see. That's still helpful. It's hard for me to answer questions outside of my specialty. It might be better to ask Instructor Michael. Does that mean you're abandoning us? Would you be able to help us a little more? I feel like you're really good at breaking things down to make them easier to learn. Well, when you put it that way, I can't really refuse. He even looks cute when he's struggling. After that, Rin taught the two physics using the knowledge he gained through experience. Now, at least we didn't max her out, but we maxed, 4 stars. Good to know. Alright guys, if anything, this seems like a good stopping point for now. We managed to make it to chapter 4. We are nearing. This is the last chapter, honestly, I believe. So we're nearing the end of the game. And I gotta tell you all, I'm gonna miss it once we're done with this. But at the same time, we're closing in on part 4 of Code Steel, and I am excited about that because we still have a long ways to go in the Trail series, and I just recently got Reverie. I think that's how you pronounce it, so that's going to be fun to play once we get to that point as well. So if anything else, thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.